What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And we're going to go ahead and get right into the video. 3 things to normalize in relationships.
3 things we need to normalize in relationships. Number 1, really boring times. This is not a circus. They are not here to entertain you.
So for this video, I'm going to talk. Instead of playing it a couple times, I'm going to just talk and react to it right now just because there's music playing. But, she said really boring times. They're not here to entertain you. And let me tell you, sometimes it's not even about it being quote unquote boring, but sometimes people mistake peace for boredom. Sometimes people are so used to tumultuous relationships. They're so used to the arguing, the fussing, the fighting, the cussing, it's always something going on, or he always got something to say, or they're so used to the chaos that when they're in a relationship that's just calm, like y'all can just sit down and like watch, maybe a movie or whatever, and y'all are just cool in your own space. You guys are just like in the house, and he's doing his thing and you're doing your thing, and there's no fighting, there's no problems. You're just content. People sometimes mistake that being content for boredom, or like the sparks are gone, but it's really just like peace. Like it's just peace. And the sad reality is that a lot of people are just not used to peace. They're not used to that calm environment. They're not used to being content because they even grew up in situations that were like tumultuous, that was always something dramatic or some kind of drama going on.
Them. It's okay to have boring moments. It's okay to have boring phone calls or conversations. It's okay to be bored sometimes.
And she's using the word bored, but I don't even think, for me, I don't think it's boring conversations. I just think it becomes like routine. Like this person just becomes a part of you, right? And you them. So, it's just like a routine. Like, hey, babe, what's going on? You good? Okay. What are you doing today? What do you want to eat for dinner? All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to go pick that up and I'll see you at home. Great, cool. I don't even look at that as boring. I just think of it like, it's not like, oh, hey, girl, we going out tonight. I mean, I can understand if that's the excitement that she might even be talking about, but it's not even boredom. I think it's just like, again, the word content is what I would use. I would definitely not use the word boredom, because boredom is just when it's just like you're not looking forward to eating dinner with them. You don't care about seeing them at the end of the day. And relationships don't always have to result to that. Sometimes when you feel that quote unquote boredom, it's because the other person's mind might be elsewhere. So I wouldn't say the word boredom at all. I would just say content and normal. Normal.
It doesn't mean that the relationship is bad or over. And along those lines, it's also okay to have a roller coaster of feelings. Some days you're really into it. Some days you're not. I was talking to my friend the other
day. And I think it's important that we talk about this. So she says, some days you're into it, some days you're not. And it's okay to have a roller coaster of feelings. Now, in the aspect of it's okay as in you don't need to leave the relationship like as soon as you feel like your feelings feel a little different today or this hour. Yes, agreed when it's okay to have a roller coaster. However, I think that if your roller coaster is like this, you might have an issue. Like, and that's like no shade or anything like that. That's like respectfully, you might have an issue, a deeper rooted issue. Maybe you have like severe mood swings. Like maybe it's you that might have an issue where, your feelings are moving a little bit up and down too much. Like that's not normal. Most people are more like cool, level-headed. If you feel like you're so into them and then you're so not, and then you're so into them and you're so not, like, you need to probably keep track of that as well to see what's going on around you, what's going on in your situation, what's going on at work, what's going on at home that is making you feel this way, so hot and cold.
And she was ready to throw it all out because she wasn't feeling the same. But she also had a lot of stress going on in her life.
Right.
You're not always going to feel the same. Everything else around you is going to impact the way you feel in your relationship.
Yes.
So don't make any big decisions when you're stressed.
No. Okay? No. That's the thing. We have so many, again, they always say that women are the first ones that file for divorce. They file at a higher rate. They're ready to call it quits out of a relationship first. Like, ultimately, no. You need to just relax and just examine what's going on. Like, It's just routine. Maybe you need to change up your routine. Maybe, like she said, maybe it's work stress. Maybe it has nothing to do with the other person that's involved. But for the fact that this person was ready to call it quits over that, like, girl, take a nap. Maybe you was hungry. Like, just relax.
And normalize the fact that your emotions will change over time.
Absolutely.
And lastly, attraction levels can change in a relationship. Sometimes you're super into them, and sometimes you're not, and that's okay. Give it a moment to level out before you make any decisions.
Now, this one was a big one. Okay? This one was a really big one. She said attraction levels may change, and that's okay. Again, okay is relative. Okay? Okay is very relative, because if you got into the relationship and you looked a certain way and you guys were both attracted to each other and now you don't look that way anymore, I don't think you should just be okay with that. I think you should be working towards being how this person met you. And I understand that people go through things. There's certain health problems that people have that make them put on weight because of maybe medication. That's You can still try to monitor that, but I understand that's a different scenario. Maybe you just had a child. Like, I understand certain situations, but there is a space that people get into where they kind of let themselves go, quote unquote. They get too comfortable, too content. Okay, now they get too content and they feel like they don't have to do anything to impress the other person, and I think that is when all of the problems begin. Because you should always be looking to, be your best self for that person and show your best self to that person. So that's another thing that I feel like is relative. Like, it's okay, but it's kind of not okay if you're a completely different person than who that person got into the relationship with. And another thing that I wanted to say to add to this is just that, people who are in relationships and it's solely based on that lovey-dovey feeling, it's solely based on the butterflies and the this and the that, that's a big issue. Because at the end of the day, feelings change, you know emotions change. Emotions are very fleeting. And ultimately, to be with that person, I always feel like when you are attached for a bigger person, purpose, or when you have that duty to be committed to each other, a lot of these things are easier to work out. And communication is the number one thing. Okay, as long as you are communicating with each other and you can vocalize what your needs are from your other partner and vice versa, it makes things a lot easier. A lot of people, I feel like, just don't talk to each other. They talk to their friends about it, which doesn't make anything better. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I genuinely want to know. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.